It's not often anybody gets an exclusive interview with the Queen of Pop. Last week, though, our Ben Shepherd, he had a bit of an early Christmas present. Have a look at this.
Welcome back. Are you enjoying being back in town?
I am, actually.
What do you miss most, do you think?
I miss being able to walk around my neighbourhood. It's much more mellow and laid back and relaxed than Manhattan, yeah.
Do you miss things like British pubs as well?
No.
Not at all. You're not drinking your ale anymore? Because you fell in love with...
I did. Well, that's because I went to pubs all the time, but they don't have any pubs in New York.
It's kind of where it all began for you, really. Back then, it was a time when you felt like anything was possible.
In your early 20s, you always think that anything is possible, right? And it's not that I don't think that now, it's just that the times have changed a lot. If you perform in a nightclub in 2 seconds, your performance will be on the internet and everybody will be watching it on YouTube. So there isn't that feeling that you can slowly and organically grow as an artist. It's sort of all or nothing.
We have the Pop Idols and the X Factors, the American Idols.
Right.
What do you think of those programmes and that as a vehicle for an artist to get a break?
There's no rule, there's no hard and fast rule about how someone should achieve success in the world. For some people it comes instantly, and for others they have to work and struggle, and that's, you know, each person has their own destiny. The question is, you know, how do you sustain it? For me, it's just hard work and loving what I do.
Do you think, sort of looking back at, because Celebration is such an incredible album.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration, and it's done brilliantly as well. I think it was Getting to the Groove was your first #1 in the UK. Is there a moment when you thought, wow, I'm a pop star, I'm achieving this ambition and this dream that I've had all my life?
Throughout my career, there have been those amazing moments. The first time I hear my song on the radio, the first time I have, you know, a #1 hit on the charts, the first time I perform in a sports arena in front of thousands of people. You know, there's lots of first times, and each time is exciting.
You were very sort of into the nightclub scene, and you're a big dancer, and you know, from what I've seen, you used to go in and sort of take over the dance floor. Do you still do that? Do you still go to nightclubs? Do you still enjoy sort of soaking up that sort of atmosphere?
We had a party in New York a couple of weeks ago for my manager. It was for his birthday, and Lady Gaga was there, and the DJ basically did a sort of, we did a dance-off sort of, so he would play one of her songs, and he would play one of mine, and we both danced together in the middle, and all of my dancers were around us, and we just took turns dancing to, and I would dance to her songs and sing all the words, and she did the same for me, and it was really fun.
One of the things that's so incredible about you seems to be this energy, this fitness that you have. Is your motivation for your fitness, for staying healthy, so you can tour? Is it just so you can make the most of life? For
health reasons, for aesthetic reasons. If I have to go out on stage and, you know, jump around in a pair of hot pants, I better look good. And also, I mean, when I perform, I'm like an athlete, and I have to be in good shape.
The sense that we get when we watch you perform and when we see you being interviewed and stuff is that you're in a great place as well. And do you think this is sort of the happiest time of your life?
I'm really proud of the work that I'm doing in Africa. I feel a tremendous sense of accomplishment in terms of my career and the work that I've done. You know, I have 4 children now, and I'd like to think that I'm a good mother. So, yeah, I mean, I feel a great sense of satisfaction in many areas of my life.
Can you see yourself adopting any more?
Never say never. Why, are you looking for parents?
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Oh, I've been adopted by Madonna.
Wouldn't that be fascinating?
Do you know what? She looked amazing. Close up, tell me. Close up, she looked fantastic.
Honestly, Lorraine, she was it was a real experience, and I tweeted on my Twitter saying, "Oh, I'm going to do an interview with perhaps the most famous person in the world," and everyone was trying to work out who it was. I said, "I can't tell you who it is," and I was so excited actually to meet her because you know, I've seen her concerts. You know, I remember going to a Blonde Ambition tour at Wembley Stadium and stuff like that, and to actually meet her is a really fascinating experience.
It's like royalty. I mean, it's like
we
sort
know
of entertainment
so
royalty.
much about her. You know, every little detail of her life and her career is poured over in all the newspapers. And I have to say, she was really charming, really full on. You know, we sat down and there's no messing about. It's like we had a really lovely chat, and at times she was really disarming and very funny and a little bit flirtatious, and then at times she was really to the point, and if I said something she didn't like, she'd say, "Why are you saying that? That's a stupid question," and things like that. But I quite enjoyed that as well. It was sort of, you know, it was like almost sparring at times, and then we'd have a really lovely chat about her children. I mean, she clearly, as she said, she likes to think she's a great mum. She has 4 adorable children that think the world of her as well, and you know, she would do anything for, and I think that really came across to me, because, you know, I'm a young parent as well, so you know what's going on. And my boys had seen some of the footage that we'd looked at of her family and stuff, and they were fascinated by her children, and she loved the idea of Sam and Jack sitting and watching her children and what their interaction would be like.
Oh, it's really good. It's very interesting. She does talk a lot more about her family. I know there's part 2 tomorrow. She talks a lot more about them, doesn't she?
Yeah, very much so. And sort of, you know, how they see her as well, you know, as mum and this superstar. And she is Madonna. She's the most famous woman in the world. And how do you deal with that?
It's true, actually. That must be really strange.
As a child, you know, constantly, everywhere your mother goes, people want to talk to her, want to take photos of her. And it must be quite difficult for these small kids.
It's fascinating. And I tell you, she does look extraordinary. I mean, she is absolutely beautiful. She looks about 12 in that thing there. Ben, thank you very much indeed. How odd to be interviewing you, but never mind. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, love.